Yesterday we discussed about what is DevOps and what all things, what all tools are there, and even why, who can start the DevOps, and all these points have been discussed yesterday. So if you want to repeat, there is a recording already available. You can check with the team of, Sridevi ma'am, so that she will provide you. Anyone else? So yeah, so today we'll see, today's class will be a little bit quick, and even the class is about some hands-on, which I will show you at least. I'll show you how things will go, how the setup is being there already. Already it is available. I will just show you how we can do the things. It's an overview again. Okay. So let me show you. So this particular machine, this is one EC2 machine which I already has created inside my AWS account. You can see that there are a lot of machines in mine, and in that one is this dev test. Okay, so in this, the first command which I want to show you is sudo space -i. So how I can create this EC2 instance, I will explain you in the next coming class, because this class I will show you at least what is happening in the backend, how we will deploy the end-to-end flow. For now, you can just take a notes somewhere, so that today we'll just see an overview. So in the next classes, I will make you to use this setup, how to do and how to install everything on top of your machines and all. I will explain you. So today I will just show you what all things are there with me. So I have one particular tool called as Git. You can see that I have Git installed on top of my machine. Apart from that, I have, yes, so I exported it. Now Maven is also available with me. You can see that again. I will give you the commands. I mean, just for your information, what all things are there in my machine, I will show you. Along with that, I have Jenkins as well. I have 3 tools right now in this particular machine, EC2 machine. So I have created one machine and I'm using it. Working. So yes, so this is our instance, guys, which I have created in my EC2 instance, for EC2 machine. And apart from that, I have installed Git, Maven, Jenkins already inside this machine. So I just want to show you how this the pipeline or the flow of Jenkins works. Already I have configured few. I just want to show you for now. As I told you, this is completely summary. So in the next coming classes, we'll see even more deep how the Git can be installed, how Maven can be installed, how the Jenkins can be set up, what are the commands to use it. These all things we are going to see in our real time, the classes. So here today I'm going to discuss about some part of our mini project which we are going to see. Yes, so here you can see this is called as Jenkins, and even as I already yesterday I was talking about this tool as well. Jenkins is one tool which will integrate the other tools. So Git is one tool which will store your code. So already my Git has some code. Already I have created something inside my Bitbucket. Bitbucket is one hosting tool which is being provided by, which will use Git. Just give me a second. I will show Bitbucket as well. Yep. Okay. This is my sample website, guys. This is just a hello world program, and this has a small logic of writing hello world. I think this has a big website. Huh? Okay. This has a website directly. That's awesome. So we have a small website which is been written in this index.html, which is there inside this hello world. So this is a repository. We call it as a repository, which is there in the Git or Bitbucket central repository. We'll talk about what they are. For now, what I want to tell you is, so here I just kept that particular repository in the configuration, and I just configured it with your Jenkins. So here inside Jenkins, this particular board is called as, sorry, this particular dashboard is called as job dashboard. So inside this, there is an option called as configure, so that you can configure your job. So now what is job? Job is a task which has been there inside Jenkins. The name of the task is called as job. So my job name is my first website. So in this, what we can do is, you can see we can integrate all the tools. For example, if you're talking about SCM, that is about Git, you can see the repository URL is there, and even you can give credentials if you have any to this repository. So this is a public repository. We'll talk about that as well. Public repository means very simple. It is just a repository which is available in the public domain. So this now you can also access from anywhere. From your machine, you can also access this particular repository. If you want, you can try. I will just give you in the chat box. Okay. Yep. So you can get it out from your machine. You can just open that. If you have account, I believe it will ask you for the Bitbucket credentials. If not, I mean, public domain means it will definitely it will not ask. It will just check whether that repository is accessible or not. Let me know in the chat box. Yes, guys, you're able to access. No one tried. Okay.
Yeah, it's still loading.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I'm able to access it. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yes, just I'm just asking you to just access it. That's it. I just want to show you what is public repository. So I think you got an idea now. It is open for everyone. So now that's what it is called. That's why it is called as public repository. So I kept my logic and kept my code in that particular repository, in that hello world. It's a sample website. So now what I am trying to do is, there is a concept called as Maven. So Maven is nothing but it's a package manager. So now how this package manager, or sorry, not package manager, package generator. So how this package generator will work is, it's very simple. If you take any logic, or if you take any programming language, that particular programming language will be compiled, and then executed, and then will be converted into some package. So what is this package? It's nothing but some binaries which are being generated after the compilation. So if you know about what is compiler, we can actually go ahead. So anyone tell me what is compiler? What is compile means in the chat box? What is compile? Okay, checking code. Sunil says execute programmer. Anyone else? What is compile? What exactly this compile step will do? Amir, please be specific, or put all together means, guys, reply in public. You're replying in private, but yes, reply in public. Build. Okay. Even more specific. Yeah, I'm asking about build only. So before build, inside build, this is one step. It's called as compile. Okay, so let us try to understand what is compile. So it is very simple, guys. Compile means your particular machine or the code compiler will convert your user understandable or user friendly language to system understandable language. That's a phase where we use compile. So compile is a phase where that particular user understandable or user friendly language is being converted to system understandable language. So now system understandable language can be zeros and ones. So normally system understands this language of zeros and ones. So now in this compile stage, whatever logic you have written, that will be converted into your system understandable language. Now, once that is being converted to system understandable language, then only system will understand what you want to try, you want to do. So if you remember, when you are learning C or any programming language, definitely this compiler plays a major role to actually use your code. It is not like whatever you have written that will be that will be understandable, or that will pick up by your machine or your servers. So system has its own language to understand. Is it correct or not? This statement, I think you can relate it now, right? Now you understood what is compiler. Okay. So why I'm talking about this compiler is, once the compiler convert your user understandable language into system understandable language, immediately that particular files are being picked by your system. That's what I am telling you. But here, that system understandable language or system files are called as binaries. As I told you, zeros and ones is the language how system understands it. So that particular files are called as binaries. Okay. So now that binaries are being packaged in a format. It can be any format. For example, if you are using a web application inside Java, it is called as war format. So that war format is called as artifact. Remember this. That is only called as package, and that is called as artifact as well. So now, what is an artifact? Whatever is being generated out of your compilation, and after that packaging that binaries into a single particular file is called as a artifact. Now, why I'm talking about this is, Maven build or the build process over here has these steps. First of all, it will compile, then it will package. So these are some steps inside build. If you are talking about, if I tell build, Maven build means these are the steps which will be done in the backend. So now what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to give some goals. So Maven has some targets or goals. So I am giving package and clean. Clean is a command of Maven which will clean your old binary files, if any, so that there should not be any mess. So your old binary files, your old packages can be deleted using this clean command. Package command, again, it will restart your packaging process. So once that is also, that is what the second phase is about, that is Maven. So now what I'm trying to do, again I'm repeating this. Jenkins will integrate your tools. First of all, we started doing Git. We started integrating Git. Then we came to Maven. In this Jenkins itself, you can see that both the things have been there. Now we can even deploy this. For now, I don't want to go ahead because it is next. We will see it in real time as well. Just I want to show you how it works. So once, if you click on save, if you click on this option called as build now, so this build now option will start a build for you. So you can see there is one status going on, and one ball is blinking over here. You can click on the ball, and actually you can see the output which is being displayed by your Jenkins on top of this console output. So here what is happening, it is clearly telling you what is happening in the backend. So which workspace it is using, what is happening, like Git we have given. So it is actually taking that Git. This is the URL which we have given. So apart from that, it started building. So here you can see that scanning for projects and building the project, and it has deleted your workspace. As I told you already, your clean command will delete your old binaries and all. So target is a folder where all your old binaries will be stored. So that is being deleted over here because of the command mvn clean. So now that is also done. Now after that, there are some steps like testing, compilation, all these things are done. Now you can see that the because of package, it is telling even building war file. So it's a war folder structure. So because of that, it is building a war file for you. So now how to see that? There is one option called as workspace over here inside this Jenkins. So you can click on that workspace, and you can see there is one target folder. Inside the target folder, you can see hello world.war file. So now this war file is to be placed on top of any server. So if you want to see the output of this war file, you can place it on a server and you can execute. So that is what a simple pipeline which has been set. Here you have to understand the key takeaways can be, Jenkins is doing nothing, it's just integrating. So here Jenkins has Jenkins is not doing anything, just it is integrating. In that, integration process, it has integrated Git. You can see that Git will clone, or Git will take this URL, and we will configure Git as well. And apart from that, Maven is a tool which will build your code, and it will convert that into a simple package. Okay, so this is what is happening inside your Jenkins. So this is how we will configure. So prerequisites are already, I have configured all my Git, Maven and all. I even tried to configure a server, but there is some update issue with Jenkins. I believe this is the new version of mine. So because of that, probably okay, I think now I got an update. Okay, so here there are some plugins. So why Jenkins is so famous, and why Jenkins is one of the prominent tool used in the market is because of its rich plugin. We call it as rich amount of plugins which Jenkins has. So whichever tool you want, as I told you already, Jenkins is only an integration tool. So whichever tool you want, almost there are, as yesterday we are discussing about this, almost we have 200 plus tools inside DevOps. So in that 200 plus tools, if you want any specific tool, you can just search it inside this tab called as available, whichever tool you want. You want to Maven, you can see some plugins available for you. And if you want .NET, something like this, let us see, there are some tools available for you. And if you want any specific, so here you can see Java, there are some specific plugins for it. If you see Python, there are some specific plugins to it. So whichever tool you want, whichever specific language you want, there are rich plugins available inside your Jenkins. So Jenkins runs on with the concept called as plugins. So in that, right now what I want to show is deploy to container. So for now, I just want to show you this as well, how to install a plugin. So here, if you just search for deploy to container, and you can click on install without restart. So once that is done, you can see that it started installing your particular plugin. I hope you are at least going through the overview of the components, right? Let us wait. Okay, done. So here you can see that the plugin has been installed. Deploy to container. Deploy to container is a plugin which will be used to deploy your war file. So that is what this particular plugin is for. Now my plugin is ready. So now what I can do is I will go inside my job and I will configure that plugin which is been there. Okay, so here you can see an option called as post build actions. In this you will find an option called as deploy warrior to container. So I will not show you how to deploy and all for now, but yes. So here you can actually download that plugin and you can configure this. This is your mini project. In the next coming days, I will explain you about Git. I will explain, we'll go through Git, we'll go through Maven, we'll go through Jenkins. Then once we are done with all that Git, Maven, Jenkins, then at that moment, we'll be getting one mini project. In that you will, I mean, I will already, as I explained, Git, Maven configuration and all, I will give you the details, but this is the one which you have to work on. So we will discuss about it even more better. Don't worry, I will make you to do it. So just for your understanding, I just gave an overview about it. So any other questions, guys? Now this is how we will automate things as well. You can see everything is automated now. If you are integrating more tools, and even there are some steps to automate this process as well, like without your manual step as well, you can directly start this build as well. That is also available. So yeah, so for now, I just want to show you this. This is the first build. This is how basically Jenkins work, Git work, and Maven work. So this is what one part I want to discuss as a hands-on yesterday, but it doesn't happen. So today I have discussed it. Apart from that, we will discuss some basic commands of Linux as well today. So this is my EC2 instance which I have already created. So guys, any other questions which you have, please let me know in the chat box. So today, again, the second part of today's session will be about some Linux commands which you may know if you are already a beginner, or if you are already working on Linux. If you are not a beginner, or if you are not If you're not working on Linux, well and good, we'll see how Linux goes. So here guys, you have to understand one thing. Linux is an command line based operating system, so it also has UI, but most of the things will be, we can do it easily using command line. So here I have one machine which is a AMI that is called as Amazon Linux machine. So I have already used that EC2 instance, and even I have created this EC2, I mean this server, and now we are going to see some basic commands which are being there inside Linux for today. The first command you have to understand is about sudo space -i. So what is this command is about? This command will make you become a root. So now you are actually logging in inside the machine using one user called as EC2 user. So even how you can create a EC2 instance, I will explain you tomorrow. For now, what you after a few minutes, I will explain you how to create an account inside EC2. So because if you are creating your account, probably by tomorrow it will be activated. Okay, so it will take minimum of maximum of 24 hours to get activated. We'll see how it goes in the before completing of the session. So here are just some basic commands. So here again, sudo space -i means it will go as a root. So now who is a root? Root is nothing but he's an admin user. Okay, he is the admin user of your EC2 instance. Root is like your administrator for your Windows. Okay, so root has all the privileges to do any task in your EC2 instance or your Linux machine. So now what I will do is I will use a command called as yum update. So yum update is like your update manager or update manager in your Windows. So whenever you want to update, if there is any updates in the any tools or anything, any softwares, any applications inside your machine or inside Windows, it will pop up. It will ask you, boss, we have an update and it has been downloaded, can you please restart your machine? Right, in the same way here it will not ask you for restarting and all. For manually you can update your patches, you can update your softwares, and it's not softwares but at least patches and the packages if any, so that can be updated using this command called as yum update -y. So whenever you start your EC2 instance, whenever you go inside your EC2 instance, I recommend to do this yum update -y, so that you can actually be play safe. Like here this is about Linux. This have one concept called as kernel. So every time you have to update your patches so that it can pick up the correct patches and it will run in a correct way. So now I'm going to just enter this yum update -y. So you can see that there are some updates available in my machine. Jenkins is I have one Jenkins running, so that is what it is updating. So you can see that even it started updating, and it is downloading some .rpm package of Jenkins and all. So it is happening in the backend. Let us just wait for few seconds, so that will complete. Okay, so you can see that your your EC2 instance is installing that particular Jenkins. Okay, so yum update is been available. Now you can see that yum is yum update. So again, yum is a package manager inside your machine or inside your Linux. So that is where we have given yum update -y. So now what is the task is yum update is also done. Now yes, we'll see how you can create a folder. So now if you are a Windows, if you are using Windows machines, how you can create a folder? You can click on new, and there is an option called as folder and all. But here it is not like that. We have to use again command line for creating a folder. For now, before going into creating a folder, there is one command called as ls, that is called as listing. So here ls is a command which will show you what all folders are there in the present working directory. Now my present working directory again can be shown using pwd. So pwd is a command which will show you the present working directory. Okay, present working directory means which directory right now you are in, which directory you are working in. So that is what pwd, that is a command. And again ls is a command which will show you files which are available in this directory. So now for now there are no files available. I didn't create any. Now I am going to create one folder inside this particular again in this folder. So how you can create a directory is, or a folder is, the command is mkdir, and I will take big DevOps. For example, I'm just giving a name as big DevOps as a folder. So now I have created it, mkdir space big DevOps. Let us see by giving ls. You can see that your big DevOps is being created as a folder. So now the folder is being created. Now how to go inside the folder? So this is what we have to understand. So here, as I told you, here the folder is also called as directory. So here we will give a command called as cd. Cd means change directory. Okay, cd means change directory. Now you can see that I have just given cd space big underscore DevOps. So this particular command cd big DevOps will make you to go inside your repository or the folder which you have created. Now let us click. Now you can see that cd big DevOps lead you, send you to that particular repository that is called as big DevOps. So now you can see if I give pwd, it is showing clearly that you are inside the big DevOps repo or folder. So this is what you this is how you can give your commands, and you can create a repository folder or a directory. Then you can go inside the folder. Okay, now again the folder is been done. Now how to create a file? So in our normal Windows and all, you may have notepads and all. Because of that, it is very easy for you to create a file. Notepad, you have Notepad plus Word. No, all these are there. Because of that, it is easy for you to create. But here it is little bit tricky. So what we can do is there are some editors inside your Linux as well. So they are, one is about VI. So VI is one editor. One more editor is VIM, and one more editor is Nano. One more editor is Touch. One more is Cat. So these are some editors which are available. So again, I will be typing them: VI, VIM. So that char C, just ignore, guys. I just want to show you this VI and all. So here you can see VI, VIM, Nano. These are all the editors which are been available for your Linux. One is Touch. Touch is one editor. Cat. Okay, so now these are some editors which are available for your Linux. Now what we'll do is we'll try to create one particular file using one particular editor called as Touch. So Touch is an editor which will only create empty files. For example, I will show you Touch test underscore file. So let us see how it goes. Touch space test underscore file. So this will create one file. So let us see how it looks like. So if you give ls, you can see that the test file is being created over here for me, and here that file is being, that's what the file is being created, but it is an empty file. So how you will get to know what is the file content? You can use a command, or you can use the editor called as cat. It will give you the read access to your file. So you can see that the test file has nothing. It's an empty file. So now what we'll do is we'll use VI editor and we'll go inside that file and we'll edit something. So let us see how it works. So VI and the file name, that is test underscore file. Now in this I will just give hello world. Let us learn DevOps. Okay, yep. Now my file content is done. Now how to actually edit is about here. Yes, you have to understand this VI concept. So once you just give VI and so and so file, it will, first of all you have to click on I. Sorry, not now, but yeah, this will be the state where whenever you come inside your file using VI, so you have to click on I, and that will create, that will make you to write something inside the file. So that is called as insert mode. So once you went into the insert mode, you can see that I just typed it, and after completing of my editing and all, I can come out of this insert mode by clicking on escape. Once I came out, you have to close this file and save as well. So for that, we will use some particular thing. So that is colon WQ. You can see on the last line, it has been getting printed. So this is called as W means write, Q means quit, exclamatory means overwrite. So this is a command which can actually save your file. Apart from that, you can quit from the file. So here, once I give that WQ exclamatory, immediately it will come out of that file. Now again, I will check the contents of the file. Sorry, is test file, I believe. Okay, cat test file. You can see that now. Hello world, let us learn DevOps. That's what it is printed. Now that is how we can create a file and we can write something inside the file. Any other questions? Okay, so yeah, that's what that is what for some hands-on or the we just started it. So basically these are some basic things which you have to know. And again, in this again we can move this file, we can copy this file and all. So we will see one or two commands, one more. So we'll copy this file to one more file, that is test file to test file second. So I don't have any file name called as test file 2, but still it can create one using this command cp, and it will copy the file content as well. Let us see what is there inside now. Inside my test file 2, test file 2. So you can see that the content which is there in the text file is being copied inside your test file 2. This is one. And apart from that, there is, you can move this particular test file. And one more thing, if you copy, it will be the original ones is also there. So you can see that test file is also there, and it created test file 2 over here. If you actually use move, it is not like that. I will test it. I will show you. Test file should be move to test file 3. So here, if you see what happened is, I just gave a command which will move your contents to one more file called as test file 3. So because of that, what happens is, you can see that the test file, the first file which I have created, is not there. What happened? Move means it will completely move this content inside this, and this old file will be deleted. Okay, so that's what the difference between copy and your move. Copy will just copy and create one more duplicate out of it, and move will just completely move everything into the new file. So that is what the difference between copy and move over here. And yes, that is what we'll see even more better in the next coming classes. We'll be having some more hands-on and some more things inside Linux. So these are some basic commands, guys, which you can actually understand, and this you can try it on your own. So now again, we have only 10 minutes. So what I can do is I can show you how to create an EC2 account. Sorry, first of all, how to create an AWS account. So this AWS account is very mandatory for coming for the next classes, because as I told you, our complete infrastructure will be there on top of this AWS. So now the point is about, before going into AWS, there is one more tool which you have to install on top of your own machine, that laptop. That is Git Bash. So I will show you. There are other ways as well, but yes, if you have putty, anyone has putty in your machines?
Yes, I have.
Putty. Okay. You have putty? Okay. Actually, you can use putty as well to connect to this EC2 instance, but yeah, I recommend to use Git Bash so that it will be easy for you, because than putty, Git Bash is so easy to connect. I will explain in a brief way tomorrow regarding how to create EC2 instance and all. For now, I will create only the, how we can actually, one second, I will stop my instance. Yes. My instance got stopped. Now I will sign out from here, and I will show you how to create an account inside AWS. Yes. So here, once you go to a website called as aws.amazon.com, You can click on sign into the console. Click on sign into the console. So here, once you get into this this particular page, which will show you create a new AWS account, you can click on it. So it will ask you which type of account you want to use. For example, I will write it as personal, and I will give my full name. It can be Dev, for example, and my email ID, it can be DevOps Dev, for example, and phone number, it can be something like 630-450-9465, I believe 64. Now country, United States, India, for example, I give it as Hyderabad. It can be anything, guys. It's okay. But from here, it can be anything. Even it is not fine. It's okay, but whatever you give, it's okay. Okay. So now, yeah, state, it should be Telangana. Postal code, it can be 530081. Once that is done, you can click on the check here to indicate you have a customer's license and all. Once you click on create account and continue, it will ask you for debit card details. Okay, so once here, don't worry, guys. Basically, it will not charge you auto, but yes, you have to be very specific regarding this. It will charge you around, I think, $0.2 or something for just for testing. So in India, they will charge you around 2 rupees over there, but in probably in US they will charge you $1, I believe. So just for that too, it is just for testing whether you can add your account, you can add your details, but it will not deduct because we are only going to use some free instances. But they will charge you around if you are using more, then they will charge you around $3 to $4 in the starting initial stages. So I will tell you the precautions as well once you create your account. So now what is your task is for before coming tomorrow's class, you have to be ready and you have to actually create this AWS account. Why I'm asking you to create an AWS account is, one is about it will take 24 hours to activate. This is one point. And second point is about once you have AWS account, we can actually use that AWS account and we can actually create some instances in it, and we can actually use that instances as our servers. Okay, is it clear for everyone?
I already have an account, so I need to create another one.
It's up to you. Is it your official account or is it a personal account?
Personal account.
Personal account, well, if you have one personal account, well and good, you can use that itself, and you can create EC2 instances. If it is a professional, I recommend no. Yes, guys. Anything else? Any questions? So now we have around 5 to 10 minutes, guys. Please ask me whatever you have. Any questions related to our the things which we have done today. At least you got an overview. At least the terms are a little bit tough for now. I know that, but still, well, let us go step by step. Don't worry, we'll go step by step. We'll go in deep into every concept. We'll understand the problem statements, how you can resolve them, how to install them. Everything we'll go over step by step. So don't worry. For now, I just showed you an overview. So for today, for from tomorrow we'll start working on how actually we can do it, and even more better. We'll go in deep how I have set up this pipeline over here, how to install Jenkins, how to install Maven, how to install Git, how to configure it. And there are a lot of options which are being available and a lot of topics to be discussed beforehand. So just for you, for your understanding, I have given an just a hands-on experience as well. But yeah, it's a complete summary. That's okay. Yes, guys. Please let me know any other things which you want to ask, or if you anything. I mean, I even have very few minutes. Basically, I even has to join one more call. So please let me know, guys, if you have any questions in the next few couple of 3 to 4 minutes. If no, so then we are good to go. So before that, I request everyone for tomorrow's class to at least complete the task of creating your EC2 AWS account. That is what only task which is available for you for today. So tomorrow we'll see. Without that task, it's very tough, guys. From tomorrow, we are going to see some. Tomorrow we're going to start how to create EC2 instance. If possible, we'll go inside Linux and try to understand what is Linux and some commands of Linux and all. So we'll directly go into hands-on sessions and all. So I request everyone to create your EC2 instance, and it will take 24 hours. Probably it will be ready. If you do it right now, it will be ready by tomorrow morning or tomorrow at least.
Yes, I don't have any questions.
Awesome.
So all other tools will be accessed through the AWS account, right? That will be using through AWS.
Yeah, we'll use AWS account to install all these tools, and we will run this. Okay, so if you have no questions, guys, I hope I am done for the day. So let us. I believe that you're adding some value. I mean, I am adding some value inside your life. So again, guys, my way of telling, I mean, my way of explanation will be little bit different compared to the other tutors and all. Why I'm telling this is I will basically ask you to share the screen, because I believe that the fastness, which I mean, because I already has a lot of experience and I worked on DevOps and all, because of that, probably I may go fast. If someone who is, I mean, who is just learning like you, so probably he will be also like you only, means the fastness and everything will be like you only. So it will be easy for you to actually match the fastness of the people who are like you. So that is what I want to tell. So that is what I will ask other people to see. I will make you to do in every class. So I will individually call your names, and I will individually ask you to share your screen. I will see what you are going to do and how you are going to do. So I will take it completely even personal as well. If you have any questions, we are going to create a WhatsApp group where you can ask, that will be open for 24/7. So you can just post whatever you want. If I'm available, definitely I will answer in my schedules. If I am available, definitely I'm ready to answer your questions. But the point is, you have to practice, because DevOps has almost 10 tools which we are going to discuss. Every tool has its own specific commands, specific UIs and all. So for that, to remember all these things, you have to practice openly. I'm open and I'm authentic regarding this. I even forget commands in the middle sometimes, because I have a lot of things to remember. So because of that, what happens is sometimes I may forget. Okay, I will definitely use my helpline. Everyone know who is the helpline of every IT professional, that is Google. I will use the helpline of Google, and immediately I will remember that command. That's what. So it's very tough sometimes, because we have a lot of commands, but we should be ready to actually remember as many commands we can. That's what I was doing right now. As much as commands I already remembered, and I was working on it. So in the same way, I will make you to remember, and I will make you practice in such a way that you can remember that command. I will just for the first classes it will be slow. I'm telling this. This is how the flow which will go. The first few classes will go a little bit slow. I'm telling you, little bit means very, very, very slow. Okay, for the first probably 20 classes, I am 20 hours of sessions. I will go very slow. From there, we'll pick up the pace. So once in the 20 classes, in the 20 hours which we are going to give, completely we will be focusing on the foundation. Okay, for completely we'll be focusing on how you can remember them, how you can practice more. So all these things you will definitely get to know in this first 20-25 hours. Once the 20-25 hours are gone, completed, then we'll increase the pace. We'll go to the next level. In that way, we'll actually can complete it. But yes, as I told you, in the starting 20-25 hours or 20-25 days, the session will be completely slow. I'm telling you, because I want you to completely involve in it, and I will go individually as well. As I already told you, we'll see what you guys are doing, how you are, if you have got an error, how you can resolve it. So all these things, how you can actually see the problem, real-time problem statements. I will give you some tasks every day, probably every week as well. Sometimes if you get any break, I will give you some tasks so that you can actually have experience of DevOps. So that's it, guys, from my side. I hope you got the points from my side. So again, we'll meet you the next day and we'll go inside the even more deep into the Linux. We'll start about Linux, and tomorrow we'll see about some more commands, or sorry, some more terms which are being used inside DevOps. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, awesome. So thank you guys, thank you, and have a nice day. We'll meet you in the next session. Thank you, have a nice day. Thank you for bringing Gate audience as well. Thank you.